Hello, everyone. I'm back, and today I want to talk about the idea of for me, in my life, my experiences when when it comes to giving and receiving. Uh, in my 20s, in my 30s, I was all about giving. A lot of giving, 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 giving. And I had a hard time receiving. A really hard time receiving. People were giving me things and I was like, what? Why are you giving me this for? It's been a challenge. So going through the depression that I've gone through, I've gone through a lot of depression, a lot of anxiety, a lot of drama, and you know, I ended up doing drugs, doing what I did, and I just finally, I've had enough. I couldn't function very well, even though I did keep going, doing what I was doing, that I was going in circles. I was spinning my wheels until, of course, I found uh, beads, which really helped me with my creativity and all kinds of stuff, and that was awesome. And I had a lot of fun with it. I still do, but not as much as I used to, and I'd love to get back into it, so I'm working on it. But it's a matter of these past 5 years, I've also realized one of the things backing up here. When it came to the giving, it was almost like there was two things that were going on. One, it was not enough. It felt like it was not enough. It didn't matter how much I was giving, the people I was giving to, it was never enough. And I relate this back to a lot of things in my childhood that I realized, and I've done a lot of healing from that. Uh, I ended up giving what I gave, and then the other thing that happened was people didn't know how to handle it when I was giving, and they wanted to keep me. They wanted me to they wanted the control, and a lot of mind games, a lot of drama, whatever. So it shut me down from wanting to give sometimes because that was a lot. That was a lot to do. It was a lot to deal with. And at some point, I got done. I got tired, and I felt like I was even just giving an inch, just giving a little bit. But I understood, and I understand a lot about it now as to what was really going on with that. A lot of it had to do with me and what I was attracting. The energy that I was attracting was not healed. And because I was not healed in my own heart, in my own mind, in my own thoughts, I was attracting people that were not feeling like I was giving them enough. And that's because of my own mindset. And I'm understanding when you have a mindset, when you have these thoughts like this, these are the things you're going to attract because those are the choices that you make. The choices you make with the people that you talk to, the choices that you make with the situations you end up in, is because it's bringing you to those choices. When you change the mindset, when you change the thoughts, you change the choices, and you end up changing your dynamics in your what you're seeing in your reality. So, being that I was unhealed, I'm doing a lot better. But seeing that I was unhealed, and then going on the journey that I was on with my ex, it was a matter of I wanted to receive. I wanted to be the receiver instead of always the giver. And I understand that a lot of what I was doing was coming from desperate energy. Desperation of having to get out of where I was at. Desperation of what I was going through because of the choices that I was making. And since I've been out of the relationship with my ex, I've done a lot better on the choices that I make. I've also done a lot better on the communication. It is one of the most important things in our lives, and yet it is not something that we have that gets talked about. How important communication is, how important it is to set a boundary, to say, okay, I'm not gonna I'm not letting anybody pull me wherever they feel like because they want me to. No, done with that. And now it's like I feel like since I've done a lot of the healing that I've done and all the things that I've learned, worked on, and I'm expanding and I'm growing, I finally feel like I'm so empowered enough to be able to go out and help people and know that I'm not going to be pulled all over the place. I'm not going to be controlled in my environment. I'm not going to be controlled in wherever I go and whatever I do. Because I feel like I'm more confident about saying no when it's time to say no. And when it's time to actually say, this is not for me. This is not working for me. And I'm so excited about being able to give. Like today, it was very exciting. I got to do a Reiki session with somebody, and the feeling I got when I gave, it was awesome. It was somebody who hadn't received very much, and this person felt so awesome, felt so wonderful when I got done with the Reiki session. And I'm glad. I'm very honored for this. I'm honored to be of service. And I feel myself being called. Well, I've been called. I've been called to be of service. I was not in a position to at that moment. And now that everything's falling into place for me, here I am. I'm open and ready. And knowing that if it is not something that I am comfortable with, I can actually say that. I can be able to say that and be okay with myself. That I don't have to. I'm not obligated to do anything I don't want to do. And for whoever I'm dealing with at that moment gets to have the choice of whether they want to respect me or not. And that gives me the choice of being able to either stay or go. It's all that simple. It is that simple once you're actually understanding what's really going on with your whole entire thought process. It is that easy when you know that, hey, I understand you're going through some things. I understand that you're having the issues that you're having. But that doesn't mean you have any right to pull me down with what's going on with you. And I honor you in your journey, in whatever you're going through. I am here to support, and I'm here to be an empath. And actually not empath, but empathy, not sympathy. I'm learning the difference between the two. Sympathy is when you get caught up in people's drama. Empathy is when you are actually hearing what they're saying, you're supporting them with whatever you can by being there for them. But that doesn't mean that you have to, if they want you to go over here and do this and go over here and do this, and because of this drama they want you to get involved. No, that's not what empathy is about. And it's a beautiful thing to know that. It's a beautiful thing to have that feeling that you don't have to be pulled into somebody's drama. And this is what feels like I am doing something more. Not just with my life. I'm doing something more for the world. I'm doing something more for people in general. Sometimes one person at a time, other times to be able to do it in groups. I'm really expanding on being able to help in groups. It's a beautiful thing, because then I can be able to help people through my stories, through my experiences that I've had, and understanding what I went through, and knowing that my story can help somebody. Otherwise, there'd be no reason for me to go through what I went through. It's a beautiful thing to know. So, just want to let you know where I'm at and what I'm doing. Not because I'm bragging, and not because I'm complaining, and not because I want sympathy. I'm explaining and expressing, because if there is somebody here who sees this and understands, gets it, that's great. Somebody to connect with. Somebody that I can help through whatever they're going through. That's what our stories are about. Is to be able to show people that, hey, I'm going through what I'm going through, and because of what I went through and I got through it, I can help you as well. It's a beautiful thing. So I'm going to go ahead and go, and until next time, universal love and namaste.